Hail, brothers and sisters! My name is Captain Meatshield, and welcome back to Attack on Factorio. We are already on episode 20. This is getting ridiculous. But anyway, we are down here in Meatshield R'N'D, where I have done a tiny little bit off camera. It really isn't much. I connected the rails up. That's about it, and I've done a little bit of belt work, but I did have to run over the beltway to go and get more belts, which isn't surprising in the slightest. I'm just setting up some smelting, a little bit of basic smelting, just for the iron production, so that we can get everything up and running here. I do need to sort out a copper train. That is one thing I need to sort out. That should be enough right there. There we go. Some long-handled inserters, just to, yeah, just so I can get everything back onto the belts nice and evenly. There we go. So my plan for today is to get research up and running again. I want to have, I've got a basic layout sorted. It's nothing too spectacular, but I've got an idea of what I want to do with the, the Blue Science District. One that's going to be producing blue science packs for us. Should put some lights down as well, because I can't see shit at night. I haven't unlocked the night vision goggles yet. Not that they come along anytime soon. I've got to have the power armor for that stuff. Oh yeah, I haven't actually brought the power over at all. That's probably why nothing's going to be running. Maybe I should fix this. I swear I know what I'm doing. Right, are you linked up? I think you might be. How is the power doing, by the way? Starting to struggle. Our 40 steam engines are not quite cutting it. So, right, the two options I've got as far as power goes is I can keep struggling with the 40 what's-its, the steam engines. There we are. I'll get there eventually. I do kind of know what I'm talking about half the time. It's rare, but it does happen. There we go. That's getting some iron produced for us. It's going to be a little on the slow side because of the poor power supply stuff, but we'll fix it in time. We'll fix it in time. The options that I've got for dealing with all this are as follows. I can either keep kind of struggling along with the power supply that we've got, just using the steam engines. I can install more steam engines, although I have no idea where the fuck I'm going to put them. Or, well, actually no, that's about it really. It's either struggle or sit tight and wait for the ability to actually make use of solar panels. Those are the current options. Not fantastic options, but they're at least they're there. Anyway, let's get all this stuff up and running, because then we can actually start getting some alien science produced, and we can actually make a start on I'm sure there's something else I should be mentioning. Some of the other research that involves the alien science packs, which are now being made. First time we've actually started making these in this game. Some of these labs don't have power. Whoops. I'll fix it. There we go, that's got it. We'll put some lights in for good measure, just so that we can see things, and it's got a nice little pattern here, so it should look quite nice when it's night, when it's all lit up. Yeah, I think that's going to look rather good once the sun goes down. There we go, we've got, what are these? Those are the alien science packs. And this stuff's not connected. Very helpful, thank you. Okay, so some of the stuff is being produced for both the red and green science packs, but we need to get some additional supplies brought down. We need to bring down green circuits, we need to bring down copper. So, what am I going to do about that? Am I going to get that sorted now, or am I going to set up the new district? Because I'm trying to figure out where I might put the new district. And I get the feeling that I might be expanding quite a way out to the west, past Turing Sands. That could be a nice little spot for it, because I do need a lot of iron, because blue science packs involve steel. And they also involve a lot of gears for the production of various inserters. So, not sure on this yet. I could probably do with some more smelting here though, because this is not quite meeting the needs of this district. There we go. That should boost things a little bit. It's not going to be much, but the gears are being made. That's the important thing, and they are backing up, which is good. Completely backed up on belts though. So, okay. I think what I might do, this place is all completely packed in behind walls now, so I can just kind of leave it building up the various supplies it's going to need. So let's mosey on outside the wall over on the west, once I've picked up some ammunition. Bring the car to a halt. Oh god, these are still running on little shitty inserters. That won't do. Let's upgrade to stack inserters. I don't know why I haven't done this everywhere yet. There are some districts that are still waiting for new upgraded loading systems. They will happen in time. For now, give me all that. One thing I do need to think about is how I'm going to get the trains over to this new district. What I might do is the line from Vickersville can probably shoot straight out the west, and it can go over here. We can have a district over here, and then we can eventually bring this line outside the walls, and it can come down and meet the R&D station. And then this can be like a kind of a mid-ground circle line. So we're going to have like, within each wall will be like a big circle line that's going around the entire span of land. Ooh, don't know where I ended up there. And then, yeah, okay, that's not a bad idea, I think. What I could do though, I could do with putting a radar down in the R&D spot. I think I put one. Yeah, I put one down in the advanced circuit district. Let's get outside this wall. Ow, fuck! These gates are rubbish. They don't do a goddamn thing. And we'll just plonk the radar slap bang in the middle of the station. That gives some fairly good coverage, I think. We can see there's quite a few biter nests around this area. So R&D might be getting a few assaults. But we're starting to find some more spots of oil that are looking a little more well clustered together. That's some good news. Because I think I know what happened with regards to the oil. And why it's so shit. Chances are I didn't do a very good job with setting up the initial map settings. I can't remember exactly how I'd set them up and what settings I'd given the oil. But from what I've seen, it's not turned out well. Well, oil well. I get it. So really, things are a bit dire when it comes down to the oil stuff. But what we should start seeing as we get further and further away from our starting location, which is right here, slap bang in the middle of Central. This is where we started the game. As we pull further and further out, because of the 0.13 update, various resources spawn in greater quantities and greater yields and all that sort of stuff, the further away you get from the starting location. So we might actually start finding some slightly more plentiful oil supplies further out. And oh dear, the stone supply here in Beltway seems to be running out. We've only got one miner left. Well, that ran down rather quickly. I suppose I have been throwing it all into boxes and making a lot of rails. No, in fact, I think this entire belt now is like only one-sided. Oh, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. I've got loads more stone lying around elsewhere. Right now, I've got to figure out how the fuck I'm going to get around all these trees. That's my biggest concern. Yeah, I thought that would happen. Come on, Autosave, get out of my way. I want you to move, just like this tree. Nest number 1, I think. They appear to be mounting an attack. Whether that's due to my presence or not, I don't know. But either way, I think it's time to evict some of the locals. Yeah! Genocide! Oh, they spotted me. Protect me, guns. Turret creep is a lot of fun. I do like turret creeping. But it is a slow and arduous process, and I really wish I just had the power suit, or the power armor, the combat shotgun, and other bits of heavy ordnance that would just make all of this so much quicker and easier. Combat robots. I miss combat robots. I haven't played a game where I've had combat robots in fucking ages. So I'm looking forward to getting down to building like a heavy weapons district where we're going to start having things like we'll start getting the combat shotguns and probably the rocket launcher. Might have a go with that. I also need to set up the vehicle manufacturing district so that we can get access to the tank, and then we can build it when the heavy weapons district goes up. We'll be able to build cannon shells and stuff for it, which is good fun because that's got really long range. See if I can take out all of these spawners on my own without getting shot too much by spitters. Yeah. You are some sneaky fox. Don't like you. Go away. Biters, biters, go away. Biters, no biting. I'm sorry, I've got to come through and destroy your homes. I know it's rude, but I need to get to the iron. I need to set up a new district. There's people that need houses. They're not people. They're bits of machinery. Oh dear. I'm nowhere near this bloody iron outcrop. Okay. I started a little too far south, I think. Are you all nestled within trees? Kind of, and you've got worms. Oh. And it's night time. I can't see a fucking thing now. Don't worry, we'll plod along. Waiting for the bugs to get in range of the guns. I'm really quite cautious when it comes down to turret creep because, especially after last episode. Last episode I cocked up a lot when it came down to fighting. I mean, I wasn't even really fighting. I was laying down defences and just hiding behind them for the most part. Oh no. Oh god, there's a lot of bugs over there. Are they... I think they might be colonising. Hi guys! Hi guys! Hi guys! Oh god. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh god, itchy nose. That's not good. Having an itchy nose in the middle of combat is never a good thing. Alright, come on. Oh, got your attention. Oh god, now I can't outrun you. Oh god. Oh. Take a breather. Deal with these worms. Small worms aren't much of a danger once you've got armor-piercing rounds and... Ah, fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Even with the heavy armor, the small worms, they don't deal too much damage. They've got the same range as you, so they're fairly easy to deal with. Any more bugs over here? I think I've wiped them all now. Oh no, there's a few. Yep. The thing is, when I'm in the car, I'm a lot faster than you. Ooh. Single spitter spawner over here. Didn't mean to ram into that, but it kind of worked in my favour. It took a nice big chunk out of it. This is going to be good for getting more of these artifacts together for research purposes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take this one down entirely on my own, just in the car. I might need some turrets. Yep, I think I'm going to need turrets. Those guns are close enough to keep me defended. That's just a small worm, so I think I can deal with this on my own. No need for turret creeping, I just need a little defensive line in order to keep me safe. Oh dear, oh dear. It's alright, I'm alive and well, and kicking, all at the same time. Now this one up here looks like it might be a bit challenging. Mostly because you're nestled within the trees and you're at an angle. Why can't I take you just on... Oh fuck. Oh dear. Oh, that one was a bit too close for comfort. I'm going to creep this forward as quickly as I can so I can just deal with this. I don't know what this base might be like for worms, but it's got an awful lot of spawners and they're going to be a pain in the arse. Well, I mean, if I can get the turrets close to them, then they go down in no time. No big worms by the looks of things, so that's okay. If there are no big worms, I can deal with it. In fact, I am quite happy to deal with it, provided there are no big worms, because they're bastards. I need to repair you, because you're taking a lot of damage. In fact, seeing as your target is that, can I get in and just shoot you? Yes, I can. That's handy. He's acquired his target of the turret, and he's not gonna bother me. That's quite handy. And you guys in the back seem to be stuck. Are you having a rave? Just like a biter mosh pit. I can't imagine what they must be listening to. That should be in range to take down quite a few things. There we go, we got all the worms dealt with. Quite quickly as well, I'm pleased with that. But I think we might have cleared out a space to work with. Oh, we found another one of these weird boundary lines. I also found out why this happened. If you see, you can see on the map quite clearly the difference in detail on the terrain is from the update. The 0.13 update introduced a lot of different terrain types and a lot of just kind of graphical and aesthetic upgrades or updates. So the maps that started in 0.12 already had like a kind of pre-designed. Where's my car? I'm going the wrong way for my car. They already had like, you know, a kind of preset thing, and because the map generation is potentially infinite, or essentially infinite, it does have a limit, but it's a ridiculously massive number that I imagine no one would ever really reach. So, I don't know. I knew this was going to happen. I've come all the way out here and I haven't got the stuff that I need to set things up. Alright, well, I'm going to go back then. At least I know that this area is cleared out. So, as I was saying, from the... Oh, hello. Where the fuck... Oh, God, there's a base up there, isn't there? There's a little nest. I hadn't spotted that. Well, I had spotted it, but I didn't think it was going to be a bother, so I didn't go and deal with it. But it doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult to manage. You are a little close to the sands. Blech. Run over you. Run over your face. This is taking a long time. I really need some bullet damage upgrades. Come on. Die. Die already. I'm just wasting fuel and ammo on you. There we go. And bloop. Okay. So the path west over to this new area is now clear, except for rocks, which I'm going to crash into, of course. Have I got somewhere I can drive the car in on this side? Yeah. Let's just make it massive, shall we? Clear out these turrets. That should do. If I crash into that, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. How is the iron supply going, actually, while I'm wandering around? We've got a few more miners that have run out. Okay. Let's sort out some of this stuff. This iron supply here is really starting to get quite low. Hi, Mr. Copper Train. I was actually coming to collect some of your stuff. Right, I feel I should have the materials necessary to get things started here. I want to set up my train station first. I'm going to have you around about here. The mining is hopefully not going to be getting in the way of where I want to set up all the production stuff. There's a little biter nest up here that I want to deal with as well. Just because it looks like it might be a bother. Again, eventually walls around everything, so no, don't want walls now. Ugh, but I should have the supplies necessary to set up this new blue science district. Get this tree out of the way so I can see. And then once this is operational, we should be in a position where we can get all of the science going again, which would be fantastic. I've got an assembler down by Trostra that is building engines just for the time being, so we can get more trains up and running. It's slow production because it's only one assembler, but while we're busy setting this up, we should at least get the 40 engines we need to make another two-headed train to run back and forth from... I think this one might just do all of the research stuff. It might run through all of the areas that will be supplying both this Blue Science District as well as R&D. So, yeah, I think one train should do it. It's going to have a lot of filters on it. It's going to be making quite a few stops. But it should be okay, I reckon. I reckon it's going to be fine. I say confidently, with slight hint of concern. As one should always have. You should never be too confident in anything you do. I wish I could get all these trees out of the way. Really, really fucking quickly. Construction robots would be lovely for this. Remembering to block off my stations. It's a good habit to get into. Let's put in gates, because I want to get the dimensions of the walls sorted out. There's a lot of trees around here, so hopefully the pollution isn't going to be too much of a problem. Unfortunate problem is I've got to tear down a lot of these trees in order to get space available to actually build this bloody place. It's kind of counterproductive. Well, it's not counterproductive, it's getting space available to do some production. Not counterproductive at all, it's just taking fucking forever. Now, I want a decent amount of space between like the train and where all the production is going to be happening, because I'm not entirely sure on how I'm going to be loading the train at the moment. Whether I'm going to try and do like even loading on both cargo wagons, or if I'm going to do like specific filters in each train or in each wagon. I'm going to have to see how the train kind of moves back and forth. See if it's going to be a problem. Right, you're going to be for some input stuff, so you don't need to be too long. Now, I'm going to have to play around with some underground belt stuff in order to get all of this on in the right places. But these are going to be the assemblers for the Blue Science packs. And then I've got your unloading, and then you're picking up more. That's not going to work, is it? No. Shit, how was I going to work this out? Okay, I'm going to need some time to fiddle around with this. This might work if I kind of alternate where these things are going. Yeah, that should do it. Oh, we're going to get quite a nice design on this, I reckon. Oh, I don't know, this might work, I hope. I want to try and get this nice and compact. But the thing is, because of like the inputs and outputs, like there are 4 inputs for Blue Science packs. So it's going to prove to be a bit messy regardless of how I do this. I'm hoping that this will work. If it does, I'm going to feel quite pleased with myself. Now, I was thinking of bringing, or of smelting steel on site here. But because of the amount of supplies I've got, I can't make any more steel electric furnaces because I've run out of electronic advanced circuits. Oh god, there's so many words to remember. I've run out of advanced circuits. I can't make any more steel electric furnaces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the steel train to come in from Trostria and just deliver steel in, because it will be able to do it in much larger quantities, and I won't have to worry about the kind of the throughput here, because a lot of the iron is going to end up getting used up producing steel. And I just want to maintain as much throughput as I possibly can. So I'll just get some miners down. Let's do this in a slightly more organised fashion, shall we? I'm hoping that 5 miners are going to be enough to keep things going for a little while, until we can come back with some more supplies. I imagine it should be. We should be okay. Let's get rid of some more of these trees. We'll try and close these walls in. I don't know if I feel it necessary to put down some turrets yet. I just want to try and sort out the train and get things up and running. If not putting turrets down comes back to bite me up the bum, then so be it. I'm already kind of regretting these words. I might put a few down. Right, there we go. Guns are all in place. Time to start getting some power down. Although, I need to finish bringing the rails over as well. Oh, God. And I'm running out of time. Building these areas takes so much longer than I ever expect it to. It is a bit mad. What I might do, though, let's get this gate blueprint in place. I'm going to modify it ever so slightly. Okay, I think that's about as much as I've got time for today. It's not as much as I wanted to get done, unfortunately, but we can. I'll finish things up in my spare time, and by the time we roll around with the next episode, because I'm having to do a little bit of batch recording, so I will be recording the next episode of this fairly soon. I hope. So what I will likely do is I will finish setting up this district. I'll get it connected to the rail system. I'll get the new train on the line, and we'll set up. We'll get the research up and running again, because it has been far too long. It's starting to get ridiculous. And I have got a garage set up. This is what I want to do. Is kind of slight modification of the gate blueprint. I just kind of shrunk one side of it so that it's just the right size for me. But we can just park the car up in here, and I can just hop out and get into whatever district that the garage happens to be attached to. So that's just a nice little aesthetic thing to kind of figure out, and we will get round to actually having things up and running sometime soon. I feel like I've just been stalling with absolute nonsense on this series for fucking ages, but I will try and get things up and running as soon as possible. So bear with me. I am very much a slow-going Factorio player. I do not get anything done quickly when I'm playing this game, which bodes well for future series, because I already have ideas for what I want to do for additional series on this game. Just some new ways to try and play the game, but I dread to think how long those are going to take. I'm going to play test them a little bit in my spare time when I have the opportunity, and see if I can figure out how those are going to work, but I'm not expecting any of them to happen anytime soon. But I'll just leave this episode off here and say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Let's Plays or metal covers from me, you can check out the playlists that are on the channel, and you can follow the links in the description below to follow me on social medias. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Checkpoints. Lovely. This game is rather good with its checkpoints, so because things like that happen.